Yeah, hi there. These comments are for, I'm going to use the first letter of your name, H. You just completed the TOEFL Integrated Speaking Practice Test number 5. Now, let's take a look at how you did and maybe some room for improvement. In the next time you do the integrated task here, and in this case, you're talking about a reading passage and also a conversation, right? So you need to include a topic statement that precedes your discussing the reading passage or the talk, right? So how about this? Say something like this. Say the topic of the passage is a notice from the university president about cell phone use, and in the talk, the students discuss or react to that new notice. That's it. So you basically set up what's going to happen and what the two sources are about initially, and then you get into what you did and discuss the reading passage and also the talk. You're probably at this point doing a little bit too much, I think. You're trying to talk about too many different things in the conversation, and that was making it hard for you to finish within that 59 or 60-second time limit. So you were kind of rushing yourself a little bit. So I think you can probably be in a little bit of a not as hurried next time, I think, if you work on summarizing the information clearly. The woman disagrees with the notice due for personal and work-related type issues, right? The man agrees with the notice, right? So think about the main points or the main argument that the woman states. See if you can state that in maybe only one or two sentences. And then on the other hand, see if you can state what the man says in maybe one or two sentences. Now, the other thing that you want to be careful about is your grammar, and we're getting more into what's called your point of view. So I think you could probably do a little bit better there. What I'm saying is when you're discussing the man, he believes, or the man believes, that the cell phone is disruptive. So he thinks that users should not be calling during class or right before, after class, things like that, right? Now, in your speech, you're going into the you point of view. You'll say something like this. You'll say, the man thinks that you should not use your cell phone. You see what I'm saying? But I would switch it more. The man thinks that students or people at school should not use cell phones. So I would avoid, in this particular speaking response, I would avoid using the first person singular, the second person singular point of view. The you point of view is probably not necessary in this kind of speaking task. All right, so how would you score here? I think you definitely understand pretty much most of what you've listened to. I think you have clear speech. You don't have any really major problems in your grammar and your vocabulary. You could probably organize your speech a little bit better than what you did. I'm going to give you 3.0 out of 4 or 23 points out of 30 on this particular response. All right? Keep up the good work.